Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Thomasin PA2066. Today is 10th of September 2022. So you can see my backdrop, which is fineware.info. I can change this backdrop to different website. Let me illustrate. So this is my website on My Real Property Online, and I can change it to another backdrop. Alright, this is the estateagentexam.com website for self-study of the diploma in estate agency examination. I can also change it to video playing. So you can see the YouTube video playing in the backdrop. So this is where that I can change the backdrop. Alright, let me begin today's video recording. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Thomasin PA2066. Today is 10th of September 2022. Topic for our discussion this afternoon is actually the value which is NAPIC value for year 2020 and year 2021 by region. I put it by state and then how is this figure going to be useful for us for estate agency practitioner. I would compare these figures to the distribution of firm practice throughout Malaysia. So you can see in the discussion later the potential earnings of the firms distributed in different regions in Malaysia. Let me begin. Hey, okay, welcome to my channel. I'm Thomasin PA2066. Today 10th of September 2022. Fineware series NAPIC value by region versus firm number. So this analysis is about the 2020 and 2021 total whole year figure in value compared to the distribution of firm practice throughout Malaysia. So the title again, where is the money? Where is the dollar? Let me begin. So we know that the whole year for 2021, we recorded 144.87 billion ringgit Malaysia. So this is 90 at the back, 144.87 billion. And how much is yours? In fact, if you ask me this question, how much can a potential real estate practitioner make the money from this total transacted value in 2021. So we want to analyze in this where by using the two figures. One is NAPIC figure, another one is the Board of Valuer, Appraiser, Estate Agent and Property Manager figure for firm practice in the whole Malaysia. Let us compare and overlap these figures together and see how potential is a region to generate income for a real estate practitioner. So we have done one video on NAPIC figures where I discuss about subsector and also volume of transaction, a general picture of NAPIC figure which are reported periodically by NAPIC. That was done in July 20th of 2022, and we have also recently done one which is the NAPIC value figures extension, which is what I've done earlier than this. That is to see the region value of the states. That means how much is a certain state contribute to the whole total figure of 144.8 billion. So let us now use these two figures. One is the NAPIC by region figures, and the other one is the distribution of firms in Malaysia. So this is my question. How about value by region and value by the potential earning of individual area? So this is what I have presented earlier. I just revise the figures. This is quarter 3. I did the analysis of quarter 3 2021, and using the quarter 3 figure added on to it also the whole year figure of 2020 and 2021. Then the pattern is, you can see, is Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur and Selangor, if added together, contribute to almost half of the whole Malaysia value. After that will be Johor and Penang side lah, north and south, and then East Malaysia about the same as East Coast. So this is by percentage, so that you know how much of a percentage a particular state contribute to the whole Malaysia. So if you're using this figure, you know that around 30% in Selangor, another 20% in Kuala Lumpur. So the Klang Valley itself is already half of whole Malaysia. And this is the distribution of firms in Malaysia when I analyze it during time around August, September 2019. So at my analysis time, it was about total 1,366 firms. So this is more than half of the Malaysian firms actually in Klang Valley. So using this pattern of the firm distribution in Malaysia and also the value of production by state, we can try and see what are the potential earning for the different region. So this is the value by state 2021. As you can see, value by state by billion, and then the percentage of contribution of each state. So like Selangor is 32% for the year 2020, which is in blue, and the brown color one is 2021. So again, the four regions, one is in Klang Valley, which is Selangor plus Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur. After that is Johor. After the Johor, Penang side, and then East Malaysia and East Coast. So this is the table showing the different percentage. So 2020 and 2021. So different percentage. You can see Selangor and KL roughly about 46 and 44%. And then southern region, which I put down Malacca, Negeri Sembilan, and Johor, about 22%, 21% in 2021, and 20% in 2020. Then northern region is 17%, 18%, and then East Malaysia region is about 8%, and East Coast about 8%, about there. So this is by region, and I put it in a bar chart. So northern region about 17-18%, southern region 20 to 21%, and then central, which is Selangor and Kuala Lumpur, is about 45%. Then East Malaysia and East Coast. So this is the interesting incorporation. So when I incorporate the quarter 3 2021 and the whole year 2020-2021 by percentage distribution, incorporate with the firm number. The firm number whole Malaysia 1366, and you can see that central region, which includes Selangor, Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya, you are looking at 62% of the firm in this region, and only 13% in southern region, 15% in northern region, 7% in East Malaysia, and only 3% in East Coast. So let's say we divide this by the productivity, that means the number of firms compared to the output, which is the value, and then we can roughly estimate. So this is by bar chart. You can see the first one, a lot of firms, that means number of firms, gold yellow color, more than the productivity is in Kuala Lumpur. Of course, this can be understood. Kuala Lumpur, a lot of headquarters of firms that are located in Kuala Lumpur, but their business are throughout Malaysia. So many of these firms has their headquarters in KL. But then I mean to see that this is the pattern, meaning to say that firm practice in Kuala Lumpur is competitive, because a lot of firms, then the output is being shared out by this number of firms. Also, you can see the second one is central region. I put in as a region, the yellow color being the firm number, 60%, more than 60% of firm producing about 50% of the whole total output. So in other areas, if you look at southern region and the northern region, the number of firms compared to the output is lesser. Or you can see that the number of firms is lower than the output. And of course, want to emphasize that this also occurs in particular Johor. Johor is still less firms compared to the output in percentage. And also East Malaysia side, the Sarawak, you can see Sarawak, the firm number percentage is very small with the output which is higher than the firm percentage. Similarly, also in the East Coast region now, you have high output, but then number of firms are small in proportion to the output. So let's say we use this as an indicator of competitiveness. That means central region would be very competitive. Then in area where like Penang is also competitive because you have number of firms more than percentage of the output. So this may be not so significant, but the one that is significant is in Klang Valley in KL. Some places is still high, like Sabah, the number of firms is higher than the total output percentage. So Sarawak, let's say we take Sarawak as an example. So total yearly output for 2021 value is 7.655 billion. So now we have how many firms? Only 40 firms. So value per firms really is about 191 million. Million. So if you divide out by the total number of firms in that region, that means more per firm for Sarawak. Let's say we say okay, we may not take the total number as in fact all transacted by estate agency firm because probably some are direct sale from the developer without going through a estate agency firm. So let's say we only take half, 50% of the transacted value went through estate agency. That would be 95.684 million transacted value through the estate agency. So if this 50% transacted value is paid a 3% professional fee. Of course, this one is assumption. Most of the time negotiated less than 3%. But for the purpose of just we follow the rules, follows the schedule 7 is 3%. So let's say we use 3%, that would be a total professional fee payable at 2.87 million. So per firm, if it is only half of the total transacted value went through estate agency firm, so per firm in Sarawak would be getting a total fee payment of about 2.87 million. So let's say we have an average firm practice 13 negotiator and 70% share out by each negotiator. Of course, by the rules of 1986, negotiator should only get 40%, but in the real practice on the ground, no negotiator is going to work for you for 40%. So let's say we use average market practice at 70%, then this is annual income of 66.979, 67,000 ringgit income for the negotiator to share out the professional fee. A monthly average of about 5,580 ringgit. So not too bad, 5,580 ringgit. So let us look at another stat. So let's say Penang. Penang, the total year 2021 is 10.5 billion. Of course, higher than Sarawak, but then it's a highly dense area. The number of firms in Penang is 127. So value per firm transacted should be average out by 82.269 million. 82.269 million. So this because of the number of firms, which is almost like 3 times of Sarawak. Sarawak 40 firms and Penang is 127 firms. So the transacted value is shared out. So let's say the same calculation goes, only half of the transacted value went through agency firm. That means the total value transacted would be 41 million roughly. Then 3% agency fee, that would be about 1.234 million total fee per firm. Of course, you have 127 firm, so the each and share, everyone share out a little bit less. So now this 1.234 million share out by also 30 rands. Then per rand is getting around 28,794 28,794, and the monthly amount is 2,400 ringgit So this is the scenario lah, a very competitive area compared to a less competitive area. So of course you want to know what would be the scenario for other regions. So now I give you this comparison between Sarawak and Penang. Sarawak total, as I summarize here, 7.6 billion. Penang 10.448 billion. Number of firms are a lot less for Sarawak. Then therefore the value per firm is higher lah. At the total, you are looking at the value per firm if 50% of the transacted value went through agency firm. For Sarawak is a double lah. 95 million compared to 41 million, more than double per firm. So having a firm in Sarawak, you should be having a potential to make double the firm that is in Penang lah. Of course, depending on how your strategy is and how much work you have put in, and then commission per firm also of course double, 2.87 million versus 1.23 million. Right, let us look at the total. So of course want to extrapolate for all the other firms. So you can see for central region, the per firm's income is actually the least because highly competitive, 79.43 per firm. So this is much less, 79.43 million. Southern region is better. Southern region is 165.94 million. And then Sarawak, as we calculated, is 191 million per firm. But this is of course assuming that you are seeing all the transacted value went through estate agency firm, which is not true. A lot of time there will be a lot of direct deal, big scale developer land bank deals which actually went through direct deals, tender and direct deals. So if you say the whole region, probably more or less 50% of the transacted value went through agency firm, then you have to divide all this value by half. But anyway, I just want to illustrate that in the region comparison, the less firm areas, seems to have a higher contribution of value per firm. So let's say we take this value per firm and then put a sorting and see what happens, sorting out. So this is the one that I have sorted. So for number of firms, because you have a few firms in Terengganu, Negeri Sembilan, Pahang, East Coast region, less firms, and you have high firm numbers in certain places, in the whole Malaysia, 1,366. So if you use the whole Malaysia average, is about 106 million. So one firm would have a transacted value per year of 100 million. Of course, assuming again that these 100 million are all estate agency sales, which is not true. So a lot of time, probably half of it is actually not done through estate agency firm. In smaller places, a lot of illegals also. So you can have much less which are done through registered estate agency firm. So you can see that the higher is on the part on the top. So you can see that Terengganu, smaller states where you have less firm practice but probably a lot of illegal. So in fact this firm practice in outskirts areas are supposed to be generating more income than in more congested places like Klang Valley. So Klang Valley, let's say Selangor, is 110, but then if you look at Pahang, you look at East Coast region, is double. Even Malacca, Perak, Kedah, Sarawak, so these are good areas. And then the southern region, Johor, these are also higher than the average. Then the one that is smaller productivity are places like congested area, maybe central region, Sabah and Penang. Penang, because very highly congested, high firm numbers, volume of production because of the expensive houses, so high-end areas, although the number of transactions may not be a lot, but the value very high. So these are considerations. You can look into various regions and think of where you want to put your effort. Right, I like to conclude analysis by value of different region and state, and also compared to the distribution of firms numbers in the whole Malaysia. Right, and we compared the value percentage compared to the firm percentage. So this percentage comparison may be more applicable because it's all compared to the distribution of your same parameter over the same area. So by that we can see where are the competitive area, where are the places that are underserved. So where is the money, where is the ringgit Malaysia. Thank you very much. I'm Thomasin PA2066. This is my mobile number. I have a few websites. Findway.info is a geo linking advertising website. Estateagentexam.com is a self-study online platform for estate agent examination. My Real Property Online is a collection of my videos and also some of my listings. And write-ups. Contract2you.com is a website which rank property by Interproperty Index. Bakersrealestate.fund is a startup, small to operate estate agent listing platform. Thank you for visiting my website.